Once there was a man who lived in the Qing dynasty. Due to some wrongdoing that he has done, he was caught and sent to prison. In the prison, he had some kind of idea that he is the monkey god. And then he tried to do acts and actions that emulate the monkey god, like kung fu, and also certain abilities that the monkey god is having. I think in modern day, people would refer this kind of patient as being schizophrenic. But anyway, through his kung fu and martial arts ability, he was able to break free and escape from prison. He ran and ended up in an abandoned temple. There, he saw a lady attempting to take her life by hanging herself. But he also saw with his third eye that there was a female spirit there that seems to be instigating this lady to take her life. In fact, the spirit's hands were clasped in prayer and was seen feverishly praying. And the man noticed that the more the spirit prayed, the heavier the rope seems to get, and the more hold on the rope it is to the victim's neck. The man sprung to action and quickly rescued the lady. And the female spirit was very angry with him. She asked him, "What are you doing here? Why are you interfering with my plans?" You see, some spirits believe that when they are stuck at a certain place and if they want to get a replacement, they have to try to make another person die so that the spirit of the person can occupy the place and they can go free. But in most cases, this idea does not work. Anyway, the spirit was angry at the man for trying to rescue the lady. And this man said, "Why are you trying to get people to kill themselves? And why is the noose heavier the moment you start praying? I don't believe it. I want to get on the noose and try myself." So he got up to the noose and he tried to hang himself. And then the spirit quickly prayed. And true enough, the more the spirit prayed, the heavier the noose seemed. So using his ability, he quickly released himself from the noose and he set himself free. But what continues to me is what makes this story very touching. The man told the female spirit, "If you were to go around instigating people to kill themselves, what you're doing is that you're just doing more and more damage for your soul and inviting more and more bad karma for yourself. Since you are able to detect when people are depressed and is suicidal, why not we work as a team? You and me, we go and help these people and save them from committing suicide." The female ghost agreed, and together they worked as a team and managed to save many people. What happened is that the female ghost is able to tell when a person is suicidal because that's how they go around and look for their victims. And this man have the martial ability and is able to move in quickly to help the person. So wherever the female ghost detect that someone is trying to kill himself or herself, she will inform this man and this man will quickly go and rescue the person. But one day, after doing it for a long time, the spirit told the man that her merits are already enough, that the power of the good deeds that she's doing is enabling her to take a good rebirth. Before she left, she told this man, "Whenever you see that there is a person who wishes to commit suicide, there is a verse that you can whisper to the ears of this person. The verse is not meant for this person, but it's meant for the spirit who is trying to influence this person to commit suicide." The verse is told in Cantonese. It's quite profound and I'm not able to translate it very well, but the gist is something like this. When we only focus on failure, we fail to see other things. Feeling carefree, free to come and go. Live if one wants, but please do not look for replacement. The world is big, no attachment and no love. So this is recited to meant for the spirit. I think the meaning is more deeper than that, because in Chinese poems it's very profound. And if it's whispered, and at that point of time the spirit is able to let go, then the person might be jolted awake. I've actually read about stories of people who have attempted to commit suicide, and last minute they didn't do it because there seems to be something that jolted them awake. For example, there is this guy. I will link a video of him telling his story in the description box below. This American guy, he was trying to kill himself. He drove to his father's house. He broke into his father's house while his father was away for vacation with his younger wife. And then he stole a bottle of tequila and the revolver that he knew where his father had kept it. He drove to a beachside, and then to gain courage, he drank half a bottle of the tequila, and then he took the revolver and pointed it below his chin. Fortunately for him, tequila don't do well in his body. So as he was going to pull the trigger, he suddenly puked, and the puke landed all over the gun and his clothes. And that action jolted him awake. It's like this person was in a trance and then suddenly become aware. He asked himself, what is he doing? So he abandoned his plan, and then instead he went down to the sea and went for a swim. After that, he felt much better and he slowly rebuilt his life. Sometimes you need to ask yourself if the thoughts that you're having, the thoughts of dying, are really of your own. And if you're hearing specific voices instructing you to take action, please seek professional help. Psychiatrists are able to know what to do with the situation. They will be able to prescribe medicine that may be able to help you to control yourself from the overthinking. You know, in Hong Kong, the Taoist master would say that at a place where people have committed suicide, usually the cases may increase from time to time. If a person has very depressed energy pass by the place, the spirits will be able to catch on to that person with the depressed energy. And because once a person is depressed, their life force energy is low, their aura is weak. So sometimes they can get entity attachment. What happens is that this spirit will gradually weaken this person. Not that they need to do a lot of work anyway. A lot of dwelling into negative thoughts are also self-initiated. The weakening will go to such a level whereby the person start to lose control. When the aura is weakened so much, sometimes you hear that a person will suddenly jump down or suddenly rush to the oncoming train or an oncoming truck. Sometimes the Taoist master said that this happened because of a possession. It is not easy for a spirit to possess a person, but if the person is weakened enough, when the possession happens, it just will require a few seconds for that spirit to rush into the person, possess, and let the person rush towards an oncoming car, truck, or jumping down into a building. But to weaken that person to that extent whereby a possession can happen is going to take time. It's not worth to take your own life because of an external influence.